Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing such a fun video. I am a big consumer of booktubers and just booktube videos, and I have some of my favorites, so I am going to be reading some booktubers 5-star reads. I have 3 booktubers picked out that I have books on my shelf that they absolutely love and have raved about and rated 5 stars. The first one that I'm going to be reading from is Larry Reads on TikTok and on YouTube. Larry Reads is one of my favorite booktubers. I think she's so funny. I absolutely love all of her videos. Her personality is amazing. The book that she rated 5 stars that I'm going to be reading is Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, I basically talk about how much I love The Loser's Duet by Harley LaRue in every single video. I absolutely love that series, and Larry Reads put me on. She actually sent me and book fairied those books to me, which I am so incredibly grateful for because I cannot imagine my life without having read The Loser's Duet. I don't even know what I was doing before when I haven't read The Loser's Duet. Like, that's crazy. I'm going to be reading Her Soul to Take. Actually started it last night and got 2 chapters in, so I'm only like 5% in. All I really know about it is that it's about a demon. It's a girl, she like summons the demon, and she's like a paranormal YouTuber. I'm so excited to read Her Soul to Take. I have been counting down the days until it was traditionally published and I could find it. Without further ado, I'm going to talk to you when I pick up the book again. Hey besties, it's reading update time. Here are the things that I use to read. Like, what am I talking about? Let's go on my Kindle and see how far in I am. 38% into the book, chapter 19, page 177 in the Kindle, which means I'm page 171 in the physical book, and eating this book up. I read this on my lunch break, and the rest of my shift, I am thinking about this book. This book is consuming my mind, body, and soul. My soul. Her Soul to Take. You get it? I've got jokes. I'm here all day. It follows Ray. She is a college student who has a paranormal YouTube channel, and one day she finds this book and she goes and summons a demon. Yup, and that demon is the security guard on campus, Leon, and the romance is between Ray and Leon, the demon. So I'm into it. Yep, I'm into him. I'm into it. I'm having a great fun time. Harley LaRue is gonna do it for me every time. Like, I cannot wait to finish this book and see what's going on because I'm living and breathing for it. Let's go to some scenes I highlighted. He calls her doll. Now, I just want to address that I am into that. Also, when she was summoning a demon, Casual Tuesday, her literal reaction was, no, this cannot be happening. Like, girl, if that were me, I wouldn't be like, no, this can't be happening. Are we serious? I would be like, I'm dying. I would be like, what the fuck? I'm dead. Also, I just want to say, Leon is so funny. For being a demon, why is he like a comedian? I don't even have words to express how he talks to her. Is like, yeah. I'm reading it, I'm highlighting it, I'm giggling, I'm blushing, I'm actually kicking my feet in my bed. The poker face I was having in that break room was insane. I was like, because his words affected me. That is what I have so far. That's my reading update. I'm living and breathing for this book. I am absolutely loving it. Could be very highly rated. That's how into it I am. I'll talk to you guys later tonight. That's what we have. Okay. Woo! Reading update number 1. Living, breathing, having a fun time. I didn't talk to you guys last night because I actually got home and immediately went to bed. I got to page 235 on the Kindle, chapter 25, 49% through, so I'm almost 50%. I'm on page 226 on the book. As I said before, I am so loving this book. Like, this is the perfect book to start out this video. I genuinely was sitting in that room and giggling. You know how embarrassing it is to like giggle at a Kindle? Like, people know you're not like texting someone. This is a Kindle. Like, people know that this is not a phone. Tell me why, after they did some things, he made her favorite tea and made her some cookies. I literally put ideal man there. I said it. Okay, am I talking about a demon? Yes, and what? Also, like, he's breaking my heart. Like, the things he's saying, because of how exiled he is and just because of how like used he is by people, there's so many lines in which he says in this book like he feels like he doesn't really get to talk about himself, or like doesn't really get to talk about him as a person and like what he enjoys and what he likes. That's the kind of update I have right now. There's that. possessed or something? Like, what's going on? One thing I gotta say about Raylan is that she is brave. Because if this were me, I'd be so scared. I'd be so scared, like, to be honest. There's absolutely no way he just said that. I'm gonna read a quote, so if you don't want to hear a quote from this book, skip a little bit. He just said to her, and I quote, "You're a light in the dark, and I've been in the dark for a very long time. I want you irrevocably." I can't read. Irrevocably? Whatever. "But I can't settle for less than all of you, body and soul, Raylan. We demons, when we see something we like, we need to possess it. It's in our nature." So guys, I'm actually so unwell. I'm so unwell. Like, you are actually, like, you have to be lying. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, how am I supposed to move past that? I don't think I can. I don't think I can move past. I didn't even keep reading. He continues and goes, "Does it frighten you to be so desired, to know I want you regardless of time or distance, to know I want you as mine, wholly possessed without question?" Like, I'm so into him. Whoever ever told me to read this book, y'all had my best interests at heart, and I need you guys to be my besties. I need all of you to be my best friends because yes, I can't believe I haven't read it sooner. I cannot believe this book has been on the market and I haven't read it. I love Raylan so much, but girl, your survival instincts are horrible. All of this is coming out and you're not taking a single precaution, even though you know these people are not the best people. No wonder Leon is over here stressed. He's like, I can't take care of this girl because she is doing everything in her power to die, basically. Sweetie pie Raylan, what are you doing? You know all of this and you're gonna sit here and be like, they're not gonna do it. I promise you they are. I'm actually screaming. I don't want to spoil things, but I just want you to know I'm having a freak out when they meet up again. The things that he says to her. How am I supposed to go back to being a regular civilian in society? Like, how am I supposed to do that when I've just read this magnificent book? Jeremiah, what is wrong with you? You're crazy. You're crazy. Why am I actually about to sob? Saying a quote. He said, "No human is ready for forever, and forever is all I have. But you gave me a part of your life when mortal lives are so short. You know that I love you for what that's worth. Stay alive. Don't waste that mortal life." We are at the final little talking session for Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue because I just finished this book. If you have the indie version and you've been debating buying this one for the bonus chapter, do it. Like, YOLO, like, spend that money, girl. There's actual drugs in these books that make me enjoy them so much. This one is a 4.75 read, okay? Depending on how much I think about it, could be a 5 stars. Tell me why I was in love with him. How are you not supposed to fall in love with him? He's actually one of the most perfect main characters. And I say it in every video and I'll say it again. The way he cared about Raylan, he put her safety and her needs above himself every single time. He loved her in the most crazy amount. Like, it's actually, like, you can't even put an amount of love that he had for her, and him admitting his feelings for her, and you could see how hard it was for him, but he knew he had to get it out there. Like, I'm going to sob on the floor. The way she also cared about him and really wanted him to know how important he was as a person when other people made him feel not important or made him feel like he was just something that they could use and discard whenever they wanted, which is horrible. She wanted him to feel special. She wanted him to feel acknowledged for who he was and his own feelings. The characters are what made it for me. Like, the plot line, absolutely insane, absolutely wild, really had me intrigued. That's why I really never wanted to put this book down. I think Harley, as an author, has a really special way of making me connect to characters. I think that is such a special thing, and I really love their books, and I would highly recommend, if you have been thinking about reading this book, it is 100% a must read if you are a dark romance reader. Obviously, if you're going to go into this book, please check the trigger warnings. Everyone say thank you, Larry Reads, for making me read this book, because you know what's up. Me and Larry, we're like this. I think we're actually besties in my head, because why is every book that she recommends my favorite book on planet Earth? I'm gonna go and I'll see you when I talk about the next book. We're gonna be talking about the next booktuber that I'm getting inspiration from. This is one of their 5-star reads. I feel like whenever anyone mentions this booktuber, this book is always being popped up. This booktuber is Haley Pham. So if you couldn't guess, the book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is one of the most popular talked about books on BookTube. I'm pretty sure that the premise of this is that he is her neighbor and she has a crush on this guy, and he offers to help her get the attention of that crush. I'm gonna start reading and I will see you guys when I have any updates. He was looking at me. He wasn't watching the court. He was looking at me. Guys, I can't deal with a scene like that. Update time. I read a little bit this morning. Just finished a chapter, the chapter was actually like 60 pages long. Or like 50 pages, which is insane. I'm now on page 164, chapter 7. It is so cutie patootie. I think it's so funny, like, going from a really smut-filled, dark romance demon book to this cutesy little high school romance, like, rom-com. Really loving the plot. Really loving the characters. I love Wes. He is so cute. I just know that the confession of love between Wes and Liz is going to be good. I just know it's going to come down to like one thing, and I know it's going to be so significant. I am super easy to get secondhand embarrassment. Like, I get secondhand embarrassment at the drop of a hat. I'll say I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. Although I get her and she's just a girl, sometimes I'm like, oh girl, what are you doing? That's how I'm feeling about this book. I'm gonna continue reading, and I'm gonna see you guys when I have any big updates. That moment was crazy. That was crazy. On page 240. I really thought something was gonna go down. Foolish. Foolish ones, stop. Now he is just so sweet. No, he's just so sweet because he just said to Liz, she like changes her appearance for Michael, and there's no way Wes just said that he missed her old appearance. Is that the bare minimum? Yes, but like also that's so sweet. I literally knew this was gonna happen. I literally knew this was gonna happen. Page 275. It's like I wrote the book. Oh my god, page 239, like figuring everything out. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm giggling. This is so cute. Why didn't I get this romance in high school? Oh my god! What is that? Are you guys looking at that? Are we seeing this? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna say a quote, okay? And I have to. I'm under obligation. So if you don't want to hear a quote, I'm sorry. Skip. You literally just said, I fell in love with teasing you in the 2nd grade when I first discovered that I could turn your cheeks pink with just a word. Then I fell in love with you. Wes, that is adorable. I did in fact finish this book today. I have so many good things to say. I feel like I can recommend this to any age group at all. Like, if you want a cute, fun, like lighthearted romance, this is the book I would recommend to you. I think Haley and everyone on Book Talk and BookTube is so correct in hyping this book up. It is so good. Sometimes in books, plots get lost, but this one had its plot. I enjoyed the multiple journeys that we went on. So not only did we follow the journey of the relationship between Wes and Liz, we also saw friendship journeys, we saw grieving journeys, we saw like acceptance, we saw all of that. I enjoyed the scene with her stepmom, I enjoyed the scenes with her friends, and I enjoyed all of that. And of course, the relationship was the cutest thing ever. Wes and Liz's relationship was so adorable. I really thought it was so heartwarming to see them start to form that friendship and also form a relationship. And the confession, yeah, I said it. Like, I knew it was gonna be so good. And like when we were talking to the parents and figuring out like how deep this Mamma went, like that was so good. My best friend Natalia, you're gonna eat this book up. She wants to read this book really bad. You're gonna eat it up. 2nd book down. We're having such a good time with this video. I am devouring these books. Number 1 update I have for you. My work called me and I'm going in tomorrow. Also, I am a chronic mood reader. If you are forcing me to read a book, I will do anything in my power to not read it. That's how I'm feeling with this book, okay? I actually have zero desire to read it. I had a backup plan for this. Guess what I'm in the mood to read? A spicy, no-think book. One of my other favorite book creators is Heather, and I follow her bookstagram, love her bookstagram. I follow her on TikTok, and I watch her YouTube videos. I absolutely love everything about her. I've been wanting to read this book by Sophie Lark for a long time. I know that Heather has raved about this book and said it was one of her favorites by Sophie Lark. I am going to read Minks by Sophie Lark. I absolutely love Sophie Lark. I think that her writing is absolutely divine. Absolutely eat up every single Sophie Lark book, and I feel like I'm gonna finish this relatively fast. That's our little switch up. Is it aggravating me that I do not have the physical version? Yes, but I'm going to be buying the physical version when I finish this, so don't you worry. Update for reading, okay? Where's my Kindle? Read a good chunk without you guys. I started this book last night. I am 58% through Minks by Sophie Lark. I feel like for Sophie Lark, they're just really entertaining reads to me, but like not my favorite things ever. I don't feel connected to the characters in entirety right now. I am enjoying the way that they're connecting. I think I can form a connection with these characters when I read tonight. As of right now, I don't really think I'm like in love with these characters. I also think that the plot is not interesting to me, like trading. I think it's really entertaining, really fun if you want a quick, spicy read, but I just feel like I'm not connecting with the characters. Those are kind of my updates. Not loving it, not hating it. Feeling pretty mediocre about it. So that's that. Guys, there's actually no way that in this book, Like Real People Do by Hosier is a song. You have to be kidding. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. That's in this book. You got me. You got me. You got me. It's my last update for reading. I did finish Minks by Sophie Lark just right now. I would say this is definitely not my favorite Sophie Lark book. I just genuinely didn't feel a connection with the characters. As I said in a previous clip, I feel like the whole plot, not the plot of like them meeting up, I thought that was pretty interesting and seeing where that was gonna go. I think the whole like billionaire like finance part of it was not for me. Like I was so bored when they were talking about that stuff, and I understood how it related to their relationship and opening up and trusting one another, but I just really could not have cared less. When I am more interested in seeing what happens with side characters than I am about main characters, I feel like we're getting lost in translation of the book. I was so excited about Sadie and Briggs. Tell me how I was feeling the chemistry and feeling that excitement that I thought I was supposed to feel for the main characters about the side characters. Maybe it's because you want things you can't have, and I wanted a whole book about them, and we are not going to get one. So maybe it's you want things you can't have, but I loved them. I loved Sadie. I thought she was a really funny character. Briggs was like super like, I don't know, the toxicity in me of liking men who are not nice. And also he was the sweetie pie at the end. I really enjoyed the emotional depth and opening up that each character had. Like I really not enjoyed because their stories were really sad, but seeing him open up about his past, which is so tragic and so sad, like that was actually heartbreaking. That's one thing in this book that really affected me, was like his past, and also her past, and like her foster homes and her family situations were really sad, and like what happened to her when she was a kid was super tragic, and like I was like, oh my god. But as for the relationship, I wasn't really connected with them. Not my favorite, but good. Like that's the only thing I can say. Like I wasn't connected. I probably won't be thinking about these characters. Will I be buying the physical copy? Absolutely. Did I love this book? No. Did I like this book? Yes. I thought it was really entertaining. I love reading smutty books on my Kindle. It just reminds me of my Wattpad days, like when I was in middle school, high school, staying up until 3 a.m. reading Wattpad. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. Those are my feelings about that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next clip with the little wrap up. This is the last update I'm going to be doing for this video. I just wanted to do a quick little wrap up of all the books that I read and all of my feelings. I had such a fun time filming this video. I absolutely love all of these book creators, and I absolutely love watching their videos, and I really take their recommendations to heart. I buy a lot of books that they recommend. The first book that I read was Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue, which was recommended by Larry Reads. I obviously loved this book. I think this is the book I really talked the most on. Definitely one of my favorite dark romances. Can see why Larry Reads rated this a 5 stars, because I rated it a 4.75. I loved pretty much everything about this book, and I loved both the characters and the story. The second book was recommended by Haley Pham, which was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I absolutely adored this book. It was such a cute YA romance book. Exactly what I wanted from this. Loved these characters, and I loved the storyline, and it was such a quick, easy read. Pretty sure I gave this book a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it to anyone. I read Minks by Sophie Lark, which is recommended by Heather on BookTube. I really talked a lot about this in the last update, so I'm not going to go too into detail, but I gave this book a 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but it's definitely not one of my favorite Sophie Lark books, but I would recommend it to people who want like a spicy read or want the tropes in this book. I would recommend it. And of course, Sophie Lark's writing is always entertaining, always quick to read. Those are the 3 books that I read in this video. I had such a fun time doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more of my face and more of my videos, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye!